I'ma throw some more. I'ma throw some more. I'ma throw some more.
I wanna be as cool as you want to chocolate.
I made it. I finally made it. Thank God I made it. Yeah, I finally made it. I made it. I finally made it.
So still not showing up?
Thank God I made it. Yeah, I made it. Yeah, I finally made it. I made it. I finally made it. Thank God I made it. Yeah, I made it. Yeah, I finally made it. I wanna dedicate this right here to all the ones who finally made it. Climb up the ladder, pockets fatter, yeah, you elevated. The ones who work real hard, the ones who go berserk, the ones who's up early on the grind and put in work. That pain, that hurt, that sweat, that grind, that let them tears. You're running your mind, your fight, your work, no stress, no fear. I'm glad you finally made it. The trials and tribulations, one time got rough, you never gave up. Congratulations. I made it. Thank God I made it. I made it. I finally made it. I made it. I finally made it. Thank God I made it.
Somebody might have that.
You made it. I'm number one without the gang banging beef I hate it. What? Shows, movies, yeah, I finally made it. Talk about the cash, I got it. Talk about that love about it. Talk about that drip, talk about them lips, you know I got it. Preparation, so there ain't no hope before this. Life is so enormous, thinking like the Charlotte Hornets. Yeah, I'm doing numbers, steady trading, I'm important. Yeah, thank God I finally made it. Yeah, I finally made it. I made it. Yeah, I finally made it. Thank God I made it. I made it. I finally made it. I made it. I finally made it. Thank God I made it. I made it. I finally made it. I love this.
It's 3 o'clock in the morning, with your palm out on support, in the dress code, no clothes on. It's about that, love this. Love this. You ain't gotta say too much by the look in your eye. I ain't even surprised. I love the way that you ride. That's you. I love the way that you ride. This yeah. You my New Year's resolution. Good joy. Love the way you pull that move. How you doing? Rolling. Yeah. Rest up, face down. Now go and grab that face down. 3 o'clock in the morning, with your palm out on support, in the dress code, no clothes on. It's about that, love this. Love this.
Phone on my baby. Short time my brains. Picking up all the names. Screaming like I'm famous.
I ain't never seen you die like this.
On my dates.
She say hit it from the back like this. Yeah.
Jeez, this shit. If you don't know me, then your bosses do. Never bad, y'all. I really don't you feel. On that clown shit, I can't talk to you. Picture a boss making some bosses move. Never won, nigga, but we offering you. Low and child, nigga, that 39th shit. Wells, baby, that 39th stick. The king got his shit, you should crown this. Came from the Wells, found a spot on the app. With the longest can't shoot them guys, but I know them guys. City turned to clap you for a penny. Came from the low end and cop to other city. Shit get high here. Better wear your Glock here. We don't just grocery youngers, they op shop here. Enjoy your body until they see it soul. Put you in the wood and then they let you burn. Shit get stupid. Shot stop loud talk for sure you get muted. Gas up the place, smoke for sure you get zooted. Loud talk. I've been playing with that grass like a grandma. Bitch, I'm 39 to the death of it. Brother, let the weapon spit. 40 with a drum jack, kicking like some Tekken shit. Ain't from the 9, from 39. Home of BT, big shorty, right? Landscaping. When I get it going, chasing them, gotta plan. Leaves on them trees when they fall, I'ma hand rake them. Bag them, seal them and get them gone. Jumped in this shit, was thirsty to see a zone. Ass peas here. Wood big as hell, like I'm smoking out a tree here. Playing with the branches like a monkey in a tree here. And GF, landscaper. High play in the wild for that damn paper. I am 39. I am fake shit. I ain't here to step on niggas' toes, but you see me? Yeah. Genius, this genius. I'm one of them niggas. And if you don't know that, you should ask your boss. Tell them talk about that hood team shit. They ain't really gotta do it though. You know this BFA shit now, don't you? BFA shit. Shoptalk 7 in the building. We up top, but we get down. It's your boy Tony Media Minds in the building. You mind my fuzzy thing?
I ain't get this D Smith in the building.
Chill told me to post this, and don't nobody want no basket for Father's Day. It's in the building.
You speak for yourself.
It ain't Easter.
You speak for yourself.
It ain't Easter.
Give me the basket.
Because it was in that basket.
Give me the basket.
Nope.
You put a fifth or something like
Give me a biscuit. I buy my own fifth.
I'll take a charcuterie board.
I'll take a charcuterie board.
No, I buy my own coochie board.
If I get a charcuterie board, it's not a coochie board, chill. It's a charcuterie board.
Depending on how you eat it.
You make the board.
Zing.
It's just a.
So there's that. Chunky Mac is back.
Somebody changed the damn button.
Again. I'll show you how to do it. I'll show you on a Wednesday.
You know what? I'm sick of this shit. Fired. Somebody's fired.
Somebody. Tomorrow.
Can we talk about how my shirts? No, we're gonna wait.
Hold on. We got an SBO segment that we normally do when you can really put that out there. You can really let it hang out.
I got a little anxious. You know.
Clearly.
Shout out to our resident SBOs. Our resident small business owners that are rocking with us, man. We appreciate y'all.
We
That was
appreciate
an
y'all.
accident.
There we go.
And we want to show y'all some appreciation, man. So shout out to Rose Design Services. That's RO''S.
That's without the apostrophe.
It'd be Ross.
Ross.
Shout out to Rose Design Services, man. Make sure y'all hit her up. 773-322-3076. Again, that number is 773-322-3076. And hit her up again across Facebook, IG, and Gmail at Rose Design Services.
And it better be for just business, because that's our merch, lady, not
There you
yours.
go. Now, if you move your fuzzy thing, you can show
Shout
your
out to the
accoutrement.
merch. Shout out to the accoutrement.
Yes. By all means, because we all got it on today.
Nice.
Look at us looking like a crew.
Look at me, got the best shirt.
Yeah, I'm going to sit down.
Period.
All right. Mine has been
What?
seen. Mine has been seen. I do love my shirt. It has my face. Wait a minute.
down?
Look,
What?
Because that,
What?
hey.
Are you conceding?
No.
That's a concession.
To me.
Well,
You
today.
actually stood up and sat down.
I did. I started. You know what?
You didn't make it all the way up.
No, because this is a new one.
Okay.
And I was gonna say it has my shirt. Wait a minute, that has your face on it. Now that is a dope shirt. I wonder if when she made that shirt, she kind of like did my like use my face and then like edited some to make it look like you.
Well, if you look at the eyelashes,
it
clearly see that
clearly that's him. Yeah,
that's definitely him.
That must have been
this is actually a bump on my face. Right,
that must have been a Nikki Spiller.
My moles.
That must have been a Nikki Spiller design with the eyelashes.
Pay attention to the background. He's at Kingdom Hall.
Clearly. Okay, all right, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's what that is. Okay.
So shout out to Road Design Services. Like I said, make sure I hit up across IG.
He said I'm at Kingdom Hall.
Right.
Facebook and Instagram, baby.
Singing the songs.
This is Kingdom Hall haircut I got going on right here.
Apparently.
And also, shout out to Tiffany's Closet.
Tiffany's, you need to sell these in the closet.
Clearly.
I'm just saying that. www.tiffany'scloset.com where fashion is queen. Yeah, I said queen with all that bass in my voice. Queen. Tiffany'sCloset.com where fashion is queen. www.tiffany'scloset.com where you have to speak Tiffany's to get into Tiffination.
Because if you speak it anywhere else, you will implode.
Tell them about that. Tell them about that. Tell them about that accident. Tell them about that accident we talked about yesterday that happened in Rainbow.
Oh man! Oh, I don't know if y'all heard. I do not know if y'all heard. It may not have hit y'all news cycles yet.
I heard about that
unfortunate accident in the Rainbows. I won't disclose the location.
At an undisclosed Rainbow location.
Somebody tried to speak Tiffany's at a damn Rainbow.
What happened?
The Rainbow's no more.
No.
They uploaded.
I'm not sure if the person survived. They might have.
They did not.
The building definitely did.
If you see a rainbow, they got unrainbowed.
So,
unrainbowed, yeah. It was a storm.
Yeah, I need to really pay attention and be careful with that. All right.
Yeah.
Shout out to Tiffany's Closet, the only place you should ever speak.
Tiffany.
You know what I'm saying?
You did.
You know. And also shout out to Nikki Spiller from Nikki Sleek Designs, man.
I was trying. So that's the sound effect for sleek.
Is that the sound effect? That was our. Yeah.
That's sleek. Okay.
Like gargling a little bit without
but hey,
water.
you know.
Well, there's that.
Anyway, shout out to Nikki Sleek Designs. Hit her up, www.nikkisleekdesigns.com, and also at the Nikki Sleek Designs at gmail.com. If you want to email her. And make sure you check out our website, man. She's been doing our promos for us, man. Guys out here looking really, really spiffy. You know what I'm saying? So if you guys want some visuals, or if you guys want some website design or something of that nature, hit up Nikki Spiller, man. She'll definitely hook you up, all right?
I have an acronym for sleek.
What's that?
Suck like extra eating counts. Except damn counts start with a C.
Yeah.
It does.
But I still like it.
Yeah, no,
whoever that is scared the shit out of me.
You did.
No, I was okay.
Where's my bag?
Hey, you know,
no, I'm good.
And that does it for our resident SBO. Shoptalk 7, man. Freestyle Friday. We got Bree NICKELLE coming through.
Oh,
the beautiful Bree NICKELLE.
It would be wonderful if that was Bree NICKELLE.
And chances are she's gonna bring Johnny Dimitri, maybe Johnny.
Maybe not. We'll see.
You know, we'll see how it goes.
Let's see.
Hey,
yep, she did it.
He walks in the door.
Before
on cue. You know what I'm saying? On cue. Shout out.
One's on CPT and one's not. All right, we'll see. Well, she's technically not on CPT yet, so we'll see. I'm gonna start y'all off, man, with some Street Boy Stretch.
Street Boy Stretch.
And I'm not going to start you off with Street Boy Stretch, not that one at least, because apparently it's not there. Still not Street Boy Stretch. All right, BZ23. We're going to start with you, man. We never kick it off with BZ23. BZ23.
Way back.
Way back. Long time ago.
It's a different guy.
With investments.
Different guy.
Actually, I'm going to spend that, what's the name tonight, too, that other BZ joint on the line tonight, because I love that.
Anthem, dude.
I love that prayer in the middle of the song.
Anthem, bro.
I ain't even religious like that, but I almost went to church when I heard that prayer.
Bro. I ain't gonna lie, that brought me.
I brought out the Bible and the Quran.
Straight up.
Start reciting Al-Fatiha. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. You feel me?
Shout out to BZ.
All praise be to you. I ain't gonna get there, but here we go, man. BZ with investment. Shoptalk 7. Let's get it.
I wanna know what made you turn your heart so cold. can get into your soul. See, I be your best friend. Can you get my love a track of ice and last man? Keep my heart on and treat your love like investments. Baby, you can trust me, swear that you won't regret this. You won't regret this. I'll give you love and affection. Just give me your heart, I'll protect it. Baby, I'll be your guard, you my weapon. And baby, I know that they gon' come for us, but I'm ready. Oh, I'ma put it on you, I'ma leave it so. I'ma give you everything you wanna know. I'll be more than you would know. Take it fast or take it slow. I'll be there for you and more. You know that I got you. I got you, yeah. I wanna know what made you turn your heart so cold. And I need to know how I can get into your soul. See, I be a Just
tell me like who did it. Let me give you the business. See you playing. Your number missing like 2 digits. Rated R. Kelly. Trying to put my key in your ignition. My mama told me never start nothing I can't finish. I'm with it. Got my grip so tight around the bag, but I think I could let it go. Just to squeeze your ass, man, I'm lying though. Probably catch me flying out of Ryan close. Trust me, you the only pressure that I'm applying. I know. And I know I'm ready, about to get out of makeup. And I know you're not ready, you still fucking with your makeup. Can't focus on love no more, cause I know it take trust. It take trust, so trust me.
I wanna know what made you turn your heart so cold. And I need to know how I can get into your soul. See, I be your best friend. Can you get my love a track of ice and last man? Keep my heart on and treat your love like investments. Baby, you can trust me, swear that you won't regret this. You won't regret it, no.
Lifestyle pigs, moving on, eat together, stay solid, stay true. That man always somewhere getting busy. Your bitch, she been tending for a minute, so hear me.
You ain't got my swag, you ain't got my drip. You know how I move, you ain't got my dip. You talk how I talk, you ain't got my spit. You ain't talk about money, you ain't talking about you.
I've been in it, baby, ain't no turning back. Street boy, he lit in the hood, and you to throw a match. Taking was mine, fold, I ain't gotta ask. Give me that, put the game in the stain bag and hit the gas. Game from my mama and my auntie now. Gangster in a quick temper, Bobby Johnson in a that hustle in my soul. Granny Jean A. Solo was dripping sauce, not knowing I was soaking up. Exclusive trips, exclusive. Stretching dough like Pepsi folks. Boy, I need, man. Give me that. Webby flow, yellow gold, full frizz, 7-figure fluky stove. Stash full of moolah on my baby. No petty though. Get watch it ever grow. Year round, merry go. Dizzy money, no more else about the antidote. Humble hustle, humble living, go whatever, do the fuck. White t-shirt and Reebok on my V-boy, into the yell. First flat, lifestyle pigs. Move for none, eat together, stay solid, stay true. That man always somewhere getting busy. Your bitch, she been tending for a minute, so hear me.
You ain't got my swag, you ain't got my drip. You know how I move, you ain't got my dip. You don't talk how I talk, you ain't got my spit. rich. Ain't talking about money, you ain't talking about you.
I ain't going back to my old days, my old life. About to throw some bread, looking like a food fight. You can put some dirt on my name, but don't put dirt on my sneakers. I give a fuck about them rumors when they talked about Jesus. Them high hats, still screaming through them tweeters. Head in the clouds, still puffing on this reefer. If I slide and rock with ya, this is not a feature. Somebody leaking, somebody gon' need a preacher. I'm just riding around, I still got my window cracked. I'm trying to cook the cheese without touching a mouse trap. You know, I give some fuck where you from. It's 4 fingers, no thumb. You won't smoke, you better have strong lungs. Hey, I've been popping Earl. Got the game from Knockers, Big Bill, Barry, and Birdie. I'm done with the game, I'm about to hang up my jersey. You heard me? Picture lifestyle, I'm worthy.
I'm bird fly, lifestyle pigs. Moving on, eat together, stay solid, stay true. That man always somewhere getting busy. Clearly, your bitch ain't been tending for a minute, so hear me.
You ain't got my swag, you ain't got my drip. Sauce, you don't know how I move, you ain't got my dip. You don't talk how I talk, you ain't got my spit. Rich, ain't talking about money, you ain't talking about you. Slick. I'm a mess.
Shoptalk 7 in the building. We up top, we get down. It's your host, Tony Media Monics.
I am Get This D Smith in the building.
Chill, anybody heard nothing you said, boy. Your mic off.
Wait, hold on, let me check.
There we go. Nah, it's on.
Chill told me the post is in the building, aka the Chucky Mac is back. Also, you know what? Chill McLovin is in the building. It's Friday. I ain't have my daily dose of chicken, but Chill McLovin is in the building.
Are we sure?
Yes, I have not had my daily dose of chicken. However,
Somebody
working
push
on
the
it.
damn button.
Is that what happened? Yeah, they messing it up. Yeah.
There you go. Okay.
That's Scarlet.
Now, this should be great for Freestyle Friday.
Well, it is Friday, so.
Yo, we got Bree Nickel in the building.
Yeah.
Chilling. And we got McLovin chilling. Johnny Dimitri on the couch. I make your girl say ouch. Get her in the. That's all I got. Some women be liking the pain. That's what they tell me.
Yeah.
It hurts so good, type shit. Y'all crazy like that. Let's not check. You gotta ask them why they want. Ask your group, the women folk.
Right, pain is pleasure.
It came from the women folk. Hey, there's some stuff that men gotta own too. You know, as a group, this is what we do.
Mm-hmm.
May not be what he does, but the rest of us, we did it. Shoptalk 7 in the bill. We got Bree Nickel, y'all.
Yes. Thank you for having me.
The mic is on.
Yes.
How are you doing?
I'm doing well. I'm doing very well. Some stuff tried to come up on the way here, but I'm here and I'm grateful.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And we gonna rock out. Let's talk about some good shit.
Did y'all see how she just threw up GD?
You might as well.
When she said that, did y'all see? I'm the only one saw that.
Yeah, I was.
It's like some stuff tried to get me, but it ain't get me. And she did that low key.
I probably did.
I'm telling people, GD throwing up GD is like finger yoga. If you do it real hard, it feels great.
Feel good.
It feels great.
I got trigger fingers, so it don't work the same way.
Too bad for you. Like
no, it works. You know,
I'm sorry to the moles, but this doesn't have the same effect.
I'm not sorry, however.
And if you have asthma, even that feels good. I bet you do it really hard. It feels great.
See? Yeah, it feels much. Yeah.
Pause.
Yeah.
I don't know. No, it's not pause.
It's not. It feels natural, doesn't it? There you go. It's not me. It's naturality.
It's naturality.
Yeah. See? Look, all three of us.
Oh my God.
There was a rap lyric that I grew up with a great friend of mine, Lil War, 089.
Okay.
Yeah. You see me, you flag the 5. BCT representing the Chi-Town boys. This ain't no joke. Fintown boys. Well, you don't want smoke. It was amazing.
It's the greatest rap lyric ever. Anyway, Bree Nickel.
Yeah.
So how was your day besides when this thing tried to happen? That didn't happen.
It was slow motion. You know,
Better than no motion.
Yeah, better than no motion. Slight day at work. And just pretty much just kind of chilling out. Nothing too heavy.
How close was you to slapping somebody?
Oh my
Because I get slap energy coming off of you. Like, oh, somebody almost caught us.
You
Damn,
know-
boy, I don't know.
You know, I've evolved. For real, I've evolved. I used to be.
Got tested today, huh?
Man, yeah. I used
Do
to
we
be.
need to jump him?
No.
Or we could make a skit about him because
No,
we can
no,
manage
no.
that.
I do skits.
No.
I do skits.
No, I've evolved, and that's what I'm proud to say. You know what I'm saying? The old Brittany would have Brittany, not Bree. I think Brittany is that she was, whew, you know what I'm saying? But Bree, you know, the mom, the up and coming R&B singer, you know, the person of just solace these days. I'm very proud of myself.
How much do
You know
your
what I'm
kids
saying?
and being a mom have to do with your like
Everything.
redirection of energy?
Yeah, everything. Let me tell you something. Also, on the way here, during the whole little process of me kind of losing it or almost losing it, like the Lord had brought back to my recollection. Monday, I had an accident. I had an accident, and thank you. And I'm just gonna tell the truth. I kind of dozed off, and it scared me to life. I ain't gonna even say to death because it could have really been death. You know, I could have went and hit somebody and could have been in jail. You know what I'm saying? So just in this moment, you know, of getting here and that stuff going on, it was like, it's not even worth it. You know what I'm saying? Like, be grateful, you know, because you could have not been here, you know. And so I'm just grateful, man. I being 35, going on 36 next month.
All right.
Mighty Leo. Shout out to the Leos. I just see life differently, man. You know, it's very hard. Things may tempt me to go the wrong direction, but I can't. You know what I'm saying? I might slip just a little, but I'm not gonna go there fully because I've been delivered. Seriously.
With a T.
With a T, you know, and I can't do that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. So back to your question, having a child plays a big role into that for sure.
Having children made me scared of people. Because I used to nut up like at the drop of a dime because it was just I lived in San Diego for 12 years, and it's just me. So it's like I can't let you think it's sweet. Now I'm out here by myself, so I nut up in a minute. Like, what's happening? I go overboard. But after I got married, I inherited 2 bonus children, and then she was pregnant with my biological child, and I got scared because I'm like, whoa, if I nut up, what if somebody come back for me?
Yeah,
and they around.
Yeah, facts.
So it took me a little while to find a balance.
Yes.
Of because shortly after that moment when I started getting scared, I started understanding it's okay to be scared, but you can't act scared because they still got to know not to mess with your family.
Yes.
And that there's trouble that could come behind that. But also you got to find a balance because you don't want to really come off like that. But when it's time, they need to know. So I figured that out eventually. But boy, was it scary. I didn't know what to do. I just wanted them to be safe, wanted their mama to be safe.
Yeah.
I was in the Navy and we was fighting the Bloods all the time out there. So they was always on some other madness, but yeah, you live, you learn, get older, and we figured it out, but boy.
Yeah.
But so I want to know, how much do y'all hang out? I'm asking this question because y'all damn near got the same vibe to me. Cool ass auntie.
Damn. You know,
cool singing ass auntie.
I am auntie. I'm an auntie.
Singing ass auntie.
Big K, I see.
Oh, thank you.
No, but it's just cool. It's like this real cool sultry vibe that come from both of y'all, and both of y'all got the same size head too. I ain't gonna lie. Damn Leo head.
He didn't say you got a big head.
It's a heat session. What we do?
You got a Leo head.
You know, I ain't even.
Maybe it's the hat.
I'm not even mad at it.
No, see, now you done brought me into this.
Somebody said for the second time, somebody asked us, was we brothers today?
Yep.
Really? No, mine's a little bit more mature.
Mine is great. What you mean mature? I'm the most mature. I'm the oldest looking one, but I'm the youngest.
That's
Say that again.
I look the youngest.
It's cool.
By the way, just want y'all to know that.
You know what I'm saying? Let's play. Never mind. Anyway.
Y'all hilarious.
That's all right. I look old, but it's all right. I'm smart. That gets me over.
So
That's what counts.
Everybody's a fake sapiosexual.
How many degrees you got?
So being smart is cool. I have none.
No, I mean because that's what they use.
I don't need degrees at all.
That's what they use. To measure it nowadays.
Somebody told me once. They said, "Monica, you should definitely get your degree." I have 2 of them. I said, "Why do I degree?
Why do I need it?"
They said, "Why do I need a degree?" She say, "Well,
right.
so you can be like me."
No,
I say, "Honey, you work for me."
What did that mean? So you can be like her
with a degree?
Wow.
Because that's the measure now.
That's the only thing.
That's it. That's the measure.
So I can be as accomplished as she is.
Yep.
So you work for me right now.
And so you can actually say that.
That's
being
very
accomplished.
I guess so. I don't know. No. She worked for me.
That's what I'm saying. So she wants you to get a degree so that you can actually say you have a degree.
That's it.
Yeah, I guess
she has a degree.
Bro, I'm like, I'm retired. I was retired at 35.
There you go.
Oh wow.
Done. I could quit today and go fishing.
What's that like?
It's being so young, it don't work so well.
Well,
and so it's like I did chill for like a year.
Posted.
Like really lived a retired life for a year in Rockford. I moved to Rockford. It's cost effective. I could live pretty well in my retirement out there. It was just like I got antsy after 10 months. And I've been like working non-freaking stop ever since.
Was it too slow in Rockford?
No, Rockford's fine. It's enough. But I like to be able to go do my business. You feel me? But so it was cool. I just think I'm too young to sit still.
Yeah,
that's all.
Yep. Body arrest stays at rest.
Yeah.
Gotta get it moving.
A lot of people retire like stop doing stuff to go die somewhere. That's what usually generally happens. You stop living, you stop living.
Right.
Yep.
Thank you.
So how long have you been singing?
All my life. I am a PK kid. So
you guys.
My mother, preacher's kid.
Yeah,
both of them, mama and dad. So I had no choice but to be in church 3-4 times a week.
Did you play instruments too?
I played the drums. So
you had people in there catching the Holy Ghost.
That was
drummer,
my
give
favorite.
me some.
That's my favorite thing to play. Is the Holy Ghost music. You know what I'm saying?
What was the cue to hit the Holy Ghost rhythm? Because I noticed in churches between pastors and their organist or their band, there's a certain cue or at least some type of, hey, okay, it's that time, fellas. It's praise time, fellas. Let's go.
Yeah.
It's our time, baby.
Is there a signal?
It's our time, baby.
I guess just you could just feel it. You know what I'm saying? You'll feel the energy.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I think it's the organist is called.
And the organ too. The organ definitely.
It's
But
his job.
sometimes
the drummer be tempting it though.
Yeah. Sometimes I used to just be do.
And you'll see you'll get the feel for the atmosphere. Oh, that's what they want.
And then
That's what they want.
for me. Yeah, I'm telling you. Yeah. So.
Bring out the sheets. I know it. I was in the church once, part of a church once. I will not say the name, but I was part of a church once where they definitely had a cue.
Name.
They definitely had a cue. New Birth Company, Kingdom Fellowship.
All right.
It was non-denominational, but the pastor was apostolic. So if the collection plate was light, it felt like it was light.
Get that money.
Let's
get that money.
You gotta get these people up.
He said, man, we need money.
That organ start going off, and that drummer will definitely give you some. As soon as he said, because God's telling me that somebody needs to sow a seed. Amen.
All right, fellas.
Right.
All right, guys.
I seen that drummer lick his fingertip, switch that joint.
Yeah.
Hey, you throw the drumstick in there first, and it counted.
The church's mortgage was paid that day.
Right. Man.
I'll tell you.
But okay, can I ask y'all something? This is not my show.
Yes,
but how you guys feel about the pastor living like, let's say, a rap star? Yeah, how y'all feel about that? Living a great life.
I think that
how you feel about that?
I think that it is against the principles of Jesus Christ, based on the story I've learned from the Bible and a couple of other books. This is why I'm saying that.
Okay.
I'm not mad at them. Get your money, man. I can't judge you. But since we answering the question, Jesus lived as a beggar.
Right.
if you are representing, and I know the story, Jesus was rich in silver and gold, but he didn't go around spending it. Right. He told Nicodemus, give up all you got, come with me. Mm-hmm. Nicodemus said, no, I'm cool.
Right. I like this life.
I work for this. And I felt Nicodemus. I probably would have said no as well. Mm-hmm. But Jesus is representing our pastors, our leaders are extensions of Jesus and the apostles, right? Mm-hmm. Or let's take Jesus out of it. Let's say the apostles. Mm-hmm. The apostles lived as Jesus did. Mm-hmm. They damn near lived as beggars, going from congregation to congregation that they built, teaching the word that Jesus left them. Mm-hmm. And they never lived rich. They made sure, they wanted to make sure everybody else was good, right? And they was of a good moral character. Mm-hmm. So it kind of goes a different direction from that. Mm-hmm. That's all. That's what I'll say about that. But I mean, once again, I'm not here to judge them. Okay. But if we're gonna have a conversation,
you think it's bogus? Yeah. You think it's bogus? Why you think it's bogus?
Okay. Because my whole life I grew up watching poor folks giving their last to church, and I see a lot of poor folk, giving their last to church with the prayer that this is going to solve whatever issue they're going through, whether it be health, whether it be financial, whether it be spiritual, whatever.
Just trust God, amen.
Yeah, but you have to give.
Amen again.
But you got to give. And so, to see the rise of the mega church like it is, it's very it's conflicting to me. Same way he was saying it goes against the principle. It's just hard for me to ignore the fact that you got a congregation full of some of the poorest people, and I'd say that they're like dirt poor, but these people probably living paycheck to paycheck.
Cool.
You know what I'm saying? And to see the rank and file, the more astute or affluent members closer to the front, closer to the stage, closer to the mic, closer to the pastor, in proximity,
closer to the cameras,
says something to the rest of the people way back there. As close to God as I am, because I'm up here. That's a whole other story.
With the money.
But there's also a crowd participation thing that happens as well. Like he was saying, sometimes pastors guilt trip their congregations into giving. Okay. Somebody's in the giving spirit today, or we're gonna pass it around one more time, or hey, here's one more song. You know what I'm saying? Let's extend this offering time a little bit longer. Yeah, kind of things like that. So it bothers me to see that you can go and live well, and well off and all this other shit, while you got poor people that are probably scrambling to get something to eat. Like, you know what I'm saying? Okay. You got people who got kids that ain't ate. So that's just kind of adds back to me.
But, and then also you just real quick, if you really dig into what the tithe was for in its origin, it was for the Levites. Okay. Because they had no inheritance in the promised land. It was for the Levites, the orphans, and the widows. Because the Levites had no inheritance, and the orphans and the widows were left without covering. Okay. Their husband died. Right? Until another man married her, or whether that be dealing with polygyny or otherwise, she was out here bad because that was the culture at that time. You know what I'm saying? And so and I feel like we got away from that.
Now it's for the building fund.
I do get it though. These look, church building bills do got to be paid.
Yeah, they do.
So I'm not saying don't tithe. I'm just saying let's represent it the right way.
Yeah. If I could say something.
Yes.
You absolutely can.
All right.
All people, you can.
Coming from a PK, coming from a pastor's household. I'm totally for the pastors living a life of ballerism per se. You know what I'm saying? If that's a word, I just made it up.
It is.
Why not? You know what I'm saying? Because I used to have to watch my parents have to give their money to people, call in the middle of the night, go and try to get poo-poo out the prison, or go to the hospital, go to the funeral home in the middle of the night, pay people bills and rip and run all up and down the street. Why not? Why is it okay for us to give Michael Jordan this, but can't pay the man of God? Can't give the man of God? Michael Jordan not gonna come to the inner city of Chicago and give us nothing. But James Meeks or Pastor Willie and Anjanette Randolph, those are my parents. They did. So they have to get frowned up on. You know what I'm saying? I think no. I think that is a mindset that people have to get rid of because these people pray for your soul, the right people. Now, we can't be oblivious to the fact that it is some pastors and ministers out here that are just fraudulent.
Yeah. See,
you know what I'm saying?
But you know your parents. I'm sorry, go ahead. I'll wait.
No, go ahead.
I'm saying, so you know your parents' story, obviously, right? So cool. That makes sense to me. Get you some, not like that, but like it makes sense that your pastors, especially if that's your pastor's full-time job, pastor got to eat and be taken care of.
For sure.
I'm 100% for pastors being able to care for their families because you need them to be of sound mind in order to keep the people, help keep the people
for sure.
of sound mind. I'm 100% with that. But if you have excess and your congregation is suffering otherwise, just balance that out for me.
It's hard for me.
That's all I'm saying. Your parents is putting in work, have put in work, and I'm sure they still are putting in the work. So that's peace with me.
Yeah.
But but if you're supposed to lead a people, you're a father figure, mother figure to some of these people. Maybe we got to lead our people better. You know what I mean? And look, some people are hard headed. They're gonna mess up anyway. So there's that. So it's extra layered. But go ahead, bro.
No, it's definitely layered. I agree with you on that point. The pastors are actually out here doing the footwork with the people, staying up in the hospital rooms, praying for sick people.
They do it all the time.
And they do it all the time.
You know what I'm saying?
And then after leaving there to go check on the other family
members.
And, in relation. So, a real pastor out here doing God's work, should be taken care of.
Yes, absolutely.
But what I don't like is prosperity preachers. Not that I don't like them. I don't like prosperity preaching without context. You know what I mean? Because they literally got people. A lot of pastors literally have people waiting on God to hand them a check. Look, just because I haven't had that experience doesn't mean it don't exist. But it don't seem like it exists as much as they would have you think. Like they'll mention that I heard somebody mention what's his name, Jacob was blessed beyond measure, everything he touched. But it was everything he touched, meaning he went and did some work. Lots of work.
Yeah.
The one thing about energy, when you do work towards a certain thing, things are going to open up because that's the law. That's damn near the law of physics.
I just feel like if you sitting out there waiting on a check to come out of nowhere and you didn't do the job, you're foolish. Right. God
Hebrews
gives
11:1,
us,
right? Faith without works.
Yes, it's dead.
It's dead.
He gives us a book. He gives us the exact examples in the Bible. Pick it up and read it. Your pastor not supposed to go home with you and read your Bible. You know what I'm saying? You have to read the Bible. And what I wanted to say, who would want a pastor that was in poverty just like them? Why would I want you to be my pastor? You know what I'm saying? That's like, you're my example. Why wouldn't I want to see you thriving and, you know what I'm saying, your family thriving, your children? Why? That gives me something to look forward to, look up to. You know what I'm saying? And as a leader, I think all leaders should have that, you know what I'm saying, to exhibit.
Okay, quick question right before the break. So how do you feel about pastors preaching from the pulpit in a Louis Vuitton suit? How do you feel about pastors, maybe 2/3 your age, a third of your age, preaching to a congregation with a big iced out chain on, looking like a rapper?
Get off past the such and such in Brooklyn, okay?
Now, don't get me wrong. I understand. I get that concept. You definitely want to see what you can become. Or see, you want somebody to tell you this is the result. You can look at me and see.
Yeah.
But then where do we start sliding off into vanity? Where do we start sliding off into materialism? Where do we start sliding off into some of these other vices that the church vehemently preaches against? Things that we know we should kind of be wary of because they're silent and slick. You know what I'm saying? Your ego is a slick thing.
Well, what if it's their way to reach their congregation? Like, what if they got a bunch of young people in the crowd that likes that? They're trying to appeal and bring the people in. You know what I'm saying? Listen, if they're working for it, I don't care what they got on. They could be Gucci down. They can have a Hummer outside, Rolls Royce. That's their business. God's gonna deal with them at the end of the day. It's not up to me to say, oh, well, you can't do this. Why not? You know what I'm saying? Michael Jordan, Kobe, I mean, you know, look, rest his soul, but LeBron James, all of them, they doing it. And the man of God have to be in poverty? The man that's preaching God's word? I just totally don't understand that.
I don't think he should be in poverty.
But he have to live like everybody else in the congregation.
No. He has to live more efficient. He has to live more efficient than everybody else.
Okay.
As an example, he has to be cleaner. His family, you would like to see his family more put together. Right?
Yeah.
I understand the struggles that come with being a pastor and a first lady, so it don't always work that way, especially when you're giving so much of yourself to the congregation.
Yes.
So I do get that. So you should be the example of godliness. That means cleanliness, being a good steward over your stuff. You know what I'm saying? Pastors should damn near have the highest credit score in the building.
For sure.
I mean, you know, maybe not necessarily that, because Sister May probably got it together. You feel me? It'd be like that. But you know what I'm saying? So definitely should be living in poverty. Definitely should be broke. You know what I mean? But it's just
but
that
you can't be a millionaire.
No, I ain't saying that either, because listen, if you could take your earnings from the church and turn that into something for yourself, go get that. But if it's coming from the church and then but people in your church, your congregation as a whole needs other things, that's where I find contention.
But that's like the president of the United States of America. He can't help everybody, but we want him to be in poverty. You know what I'm saying? We want him to live like the rest. No, that's absolutely outlandish.
I'm not ever saying that the pastor should be in poverty. Ever. No, let's not go to that.
I'll take it to poverty.
I'm not saying
poverty or living. Or they can't have like the finer things.
They should not look regular. They should look like God is shining on them. They should look like that, but it's always going to look weird if that money is coming straight from the congregation and your congregation is not thriving otherwise. It's always going to look funny if that's the case. That's all. So but back to what I was saying about them being a representation of Jesus and the apostles, they lived modestly. That's my thing. They literally did live modest. They lived like monks. Monks went around teaching what they taught, and they lived like beggars. I'm not suggesting that pastors live like beggars. Pastors have wives and families, or husbands and families, or wives and families, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So no, take care of your family. Your family got to eat. You know, you shouldn't have to live in rags. No. We like you to be the example, but let's just make sure that if only money you bringing in is from the congregation, let's just make sure the congregation is as good as you can manage. You'll never get everybody. Hell, people with a few kids, you can't always make sure all of them get the best of everything.
Yeah, for sure.
Some of them ain't gonna take a lesson the right way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I grew up with a lot of pastors who had jobs. You know, who actually worked. They had careers and businesses.
Yeah.
You know, aside from being a pastor. So, and it was known. So it wasn't like, you know, we could see it like that. I remember one time our church did come together to get our pastor Alexis, and I think he drove the shirt out that for I think till he died. I don't know if he still got it or not or whatever, but I do agree that congregation should take care of the pastors
for sure.
But I mean, man, come on now. There's a thin line. And I'm not going to ignore it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Optics definitely matter. You definitely should be clean and presentable when you're talking to me about God, if that's your position. But when you in the mirror getting ready for your sermon and you like, okay, cool, earrings, all right, bet, bracelets, rings, okay, chain, all right, bet. Like, really, nigga?
I mean, but if you can do that and you still manage to be a good man and you managing your flock properly, then okay. You know what I'm saying?
That also points to you being human. So if I'm gonna follow you, I'll listen to what you got to say, but you're human. I can see that clearly you need materialistic things to step up in front of us to say what you need to say. Your words aren't enough. Your energy is not enough.
Pastors are definitely human.
So that's why I feel about that. Like, it's okay if you look good, but bring me the word.
I actually need my pastor with a good scandal.
You know what I'm saying?
I need my pastor with a good scandal, because what you gonna say? But what you gonna say to me? Right. I done cheated on people, I done stole, I done shot at folk. What you gonna say to me if you don't have no dirt on you? You can't really talk to me because you are human.
That's true.
You can't really. I mean, and maybe it's just me, But it ain't much you can say. You ain't ever cheated on a woman. Come on, dog. You don't even know what it's like. You don't even know what it's like.
Oh, you know the same woman for your whole life.
You ain't never stepped out. What you gonna say to me for real? All you can do is tell me not to do it.
That's all.
And preach me a Bible verse.
That's all.
You can't tell me how to stay out of it once I've dipped. Because that's the struggle. Because you don't ever need what you ain't had.
So,
you know what I'm saying? But now that I had it, it's like, oh, you did what I'm saying. And I had go ahead.
Shout out to the chat real fast. We got Nikki Spill.
Black T Bibbs is in there going off.
Bibbs up in there. What up, Bibbs? Ro Bryant, what up there, Ro? She called you Pastor Monix. Right. Bibbs real quick says
a lot.
Pastors, yeah, they say a lot. Let me pick one. Pastors make their money off the backs of poor people who believe more in hope than doing or versus doing. And in some cases, that's not all pastors.
Yeah, right. That's not all pastors.
Space for that. You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna go to a break.
You don't want to read the rest of that madness. Yeah, let's go to a break. Bibbs had it on his mind.
You
know what I'm saying?
LeBron is more of a pastor, if you ask me.
We would have liked for Bibbs to have said less, but he said more. Speaking of saying less,
yeah, that's a good one.
Bring the Kel.
Yes,
say less. Let's get it.
Baby, say less. Say that you adore me, baby. Say less. Say you're the one for me, baby. Say less. Say less. Say less. Say you really love me, baby. Say less. You don't wanna above me, baby. Say less. Hold me down when stuff get crazy. Say less. Say less. Say less. When I first met you, I was really didn't really want a man to come near me. Was broken down, I was feeling weary. Saw double vision, wasn't seeing clearly. Confidence really caught my attention. Your smile, your touch is my new addiction. It's your actions, I don't have suspicions. You are the pieces that I've been missing. Say you wanna spoil me, baby. Say less. Say that you adore me, baby. Say less. Say you're the one for me, baby. Say less. Say less. Say less. Say you really love me, baby. Say less. You put no one before me, baby. Say less. You hold me down when stuff get crazy. Say less. Say less. Say less. Day to day, you teach me life is like chess. You're giving 8 pounds, but I have like 5 legs. I am queen, you moving towards being king. Because of the chances I took, the wall that I built was a rook. But you came in as a night, swooped in like a thief in the night. You just keep loving me right, stay faithful and true. We'll stand in front of the bishop, declaring our dues. I'll be all in, baby, no limit on how I love you. Don't do no talking, you all action, baby. You got me all in my feels lately. Put down my guard, and it feels amazing. I feel the love and it's not complicated. You overlook the flaws that left me jaded. You see right through me, you won't let me fake it. My heart is yours, babe, go ahead and take it. Love's course corrections got me so elated. Ooh, dance floor, he was holding me when that drink got a hold of me. That drink took control of me, and daddy got to go for me. That made about 4 for me, taking shots like it's a goal to keep. And the more I started to feel the drink, the more I thought that he was feeling me. Hey, what a day, what a day. It's the first day, I ain't got to work late. Wait, on the way, wait. I'm going out tonight for my girl birthday. Late, but when I made it to the place, I bumped into this guy and he was all in my face. Heard him say it's Friday and I just got paid. Shorty swing my way. And when I tried to walk away, he grabbed me by my hand and started begging me to stay. He came up on me like, believe me, baby, I ain't trying to treat you sleazy, baby. But you just make it look so easy, baby. And I just want the chance to please you, baby. Come on, just meet me on the dance floor. He was holding me when that drink got a hold of me. That drink took control of me, and daddy got to go for me. That made about 4 for me. Taking shots like it's a Skoda key. And the more I started to feel the drink, the more I thought that he was feeling me. Hey, what you say? After I took a shot, I started to feel some type of way. I took that second shot and then I went into a daze. I was grooving to the music that the DJ chose to play. First Nelly told me I'm delayed, and then I got the urge to move my body like a snake. Sway, he liked the way my body swayed. That's why I moved in close and wrapped his arms around my waist. I wind my body, I grind my body, drank lime Bacardi. Now it's time to party. I backed up on him like, believe me, baby, I ain't trying to come off sleazy, baby. But you just making this too easy, baby. You got me feeling like I need you, baby. Come on, just meet me on the dance floor. He was holding me when that drink got a hold of me. That drink took control of me, and daddy got to go for me. That made about 4 for me. Taking shots like it's a Skoda key. And the more I started to feel the drink, the more I thought that he was feeling me.
On the strip club, financial power hour 106.3.
Shop Talk 7 in the building. We up top. We get down the show. Tony Media Monics. That was Dance Floor with Johnny Dimitri. Right before that, that was Say Less by Bree NICKELLE.
I am Get This D Smith in the house.
Chill told me to post this, aka Mr. Chill McLovin is in the building.
Chill McLovin.
You're not Chunky Mac this segment.
He's not back yet. Who's not back?
Chunky Mac is still on break.
Who's not back? The Chunky Mac is now back. Thank you very much.
He
just walked in.
God damn, we got Bree NICKELLE in the building.
Yes.
She got us in here talking that talk today.
Man.
Any other questions about how people feel about church stuff that you want to ask?
I'm done. No.
What else is on your mind? Anything else?
Man.
I'm kind of interested.
What do y'all feel about love? Let's talk about love.
Love is a farce.
What about
No, it's not.
You think
love
it's
is foolishness, though.
Love is foolishness.
It's the emotion love, but it's okay though, because the goal is to pick somewhere to be to express your foolishness safely. Imagine being in love. You're gonna do some shit you never thought you'd do. That's foolish. You're not in your right mind during that phase. Hell, if you drop in front of a bullet for your kids, you're not in your right mind. That's instinct. You know what I'm saying? It is what you're supposed to do. But you garner that over based on this bond that's happening between you and that child, for the mother while it's growing in their body, for the man while you're looking at her stomach and appreciating what she's doing for you right now by extending your legacy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You grow that. It's a sense of euphoria. It's probably a better word to use there than euphoria. But love is dangerous if you don't understand what's happening there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it feels great though.
Yeah, it does.
You know, don't nothing feel better than somebody who love you bringing you a plate. You can feel the love in that plate.
Nothing feels better than anybody loving you, doing anything to you.
I don't know. My mama whooped
Somebody
me.
loving you you feel it.
My mama whooped me in love. I was angry. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, we all angry. But afterwards, I mean, when you got grown, did you ever think about like, hey, I needed that?
I did it, but I also thought, but I also thought, Mama, I didn't need that one.
Just say that.
I don't know, Mama. Shit. That one was. So you was mad at my daddy on that one. I can tell.
Taking it out on you.
I done got a beating, and you look just like your damn daddy. Mind you, she still got a crush on my father. So I don't know how that shit works, but
she still love him.
I guess so.
Truck.
Shit, what you got on this love conversation, man?
I love scotch.
You know you love.
Oh wow.
Oh, I love Lax. I love Lax. That's
love Lax.
However,
LACs.
Lax. I don't know. I've been a sucker for love a time or two in my own right. You know.
In the end,
I remained a sucker. I don't know. I feel like it's definitely needed in several different forms. We've talked before about like that hug from my mother that passed away in 2008. I yearn for it. It's like a drug, but that was from birth, seemingly. It's not replaceable, and I've had some very close or whatever, but that also could have been the fact that that's what I needed. And I just I placed that to say, man, that was real close. It wasn't. It wasn't. But I needed it at the time. The love has taken me into what I think I want from a woman. And whether it be I'll attempt to create what I want you to be versus what we could be, because that was big for me. Honestly, today I can say that in that time, that was me being selfish. I want you to be this. No, I want us to be this, and I can say that today. Versus then, I want you to be this. No, I want you to be a nun in the house, slaving or whatever. And it was like, like I say again today, I can say that versus then. No, I don't see anything wrong with it. It is. You're not doing that. You know what I'm saying?
So it sounds like you learned that, or it's not like you kind of recalibrated your idea of what you thought love was.
I grew. I grew. I matured. I learned. Everybody is not supposed to think the way I think. What I said recently was that the cliche, common sense ain't common. If you do the math, common sense is common. Uncommon sense is not common because it's uncommon.
How is common sense common?
Common sense is common because if we have the same sense, it's common.
Well, I'm saying if you and Bree have the same sense, that don't make it common, because 7 other sets of people may not have that same kind of sense.
Say that first part again. If me and Bree have what?
If you and Bree have the same sense,
then it's common between us two.
That's the finesse of the way we're using the word common. That's the finesse of the way we're using the word common.
What does the word common mean?
There's a difference between y'all having that in common and it being common in general. The way I see things could be totally different. The way y'all see things could be totally different from the rest of the room. That would make y'all version of common sense not common.
So who is it common to?
It's common to y'all.
So does that make it common?
No.
That's not common to us.
No, that means that y'all have that in common. Those are 2 different things.
If you walked in and saw this on the floor, more than likely you would pick it up.
Yeah.
More than likely. It's literally,
I'm either eat it or throw it in the trash.
It's in the pathway, but it's on the floor.
Yeah, I'm picking it up.
More than likely, and that's your character. Because you would pick that up. If she walked in and it was in the same spot, oh, it's somebody's. Let me pick that up. Even to get it out the way,
no doubt.
To eat it, whatever. The sense that you all have is common.
Does that example make common sense common at large?
Common sense is, to me, common sense is common to those it's common to, which still makes it common.
Common sense is.
Do you drive a car?
I do drive a car.
Now, I also drive a vehicle.
Right.
We don't have anything in common?
That's having something in common, yes. That's not common sense.
Facts. Now,
you park your car on the sidewalk or the street?
Shit, depends on where the hell I'm at. Mostly the street.
You know,
in the suburbs, it might be on the car. It might be on the sidewalk a little.
When you parked and got out, where was I parking at?
Right behind me.
On the street.
On the street.
We have that in common. that we parked on the street.
Right.
So that doesn't make because I could have parked on the sidewalk.
Why didn't you park on the sidewalk?
Because my sense told me that I probably could have taken for that.
Your sense told you that, or is that how we were trained?
Well, that's common sense.
I find differences in all of that.
So
that's how it's like common sense is the shit that nobody had to teach you. That's what we're generally saying. Am I right? Stop me if I'm wrong, but that's what we're generally saying.
What were you
hear me out. Hold on, let me finish. That's what we're generally saying when we talk about common sense. We're talking about the stuff you should just pick up. I'm not handy with tools. I'm not handy. It's not common sense for me to turn it this way. It's not common sense for me to shake something. It's not common sense. I'm not handy with tools. I wasn't taught that. And I didn't pick up the same amount that the average male would have picked up because I didn't have to build stuff as an adult. They put it together when they brought it to my house.
Pause.
Yeah.
Have you ever used a screwdriver?
Yeah.
Phillips or flathead?
Yeah, both.
Would you say that that's a common sense tool? Would you say that's a tool that you could pretty much give to any person who has a screw and they could pretty much figure it out? It won't be something that they're going to come back to you and say, hey, I have no clue how to use this. I can see what it looks like. I can see the head of this and it looks like it fits, but I don't quite know what I'm doing.
Okay.
That would be common sense, right? They'd have to be trained to do it, but it would be common sense to say that if I use this, I can use this to probably do something with that.
Sure. But what about when that motherfucker get jammed up a little bit? Like it did today when I was putting up something at Lachey J's video shoot. I damn near freaked out, but luckily she's an engineer from the Navy. So she said, just do this. I'm like, oh shit, all right, bet. I did it. Everybody, the common sense portion generally comes when it's time to troubleshoot. To me, it's some shit I'm gonna think of immediately when it comes to audio or editing, right?
But
everybody ain't just gonna think of that.
You've been trained in that, though.
I've been trained. This goes for people who are trained in something or shown how. You know what I'm saying? Me not being shown that shit, I don't know. I did a lot of heavy lifting, moving stuff around. I can do anything under instruction. You know what I'm saying? I can build a house under instruction. But if I'm left to my own devices, I'm gonna be stumped somewhere. So surely there are lots of things that a lot of us have done a lot of. So we got it.
Okay.
But if I ain't done it as much as this guy, my version of common sense ain't the same as his.
Okay. I don't know how we got on common sense, but let's bring it back to the question that you posed. Because I don't know how the hell we got on common sense.
I don't know either.
But
I had a whole other question.
I'm trying to backpedal the way we got the common sense.
Speaking of back, Chunky Mac is back.
But,
what is your version of love? What do you consider love? What is love like to you?
Love is an action. You know, that's just how I feel. That's just how I was raised. Like, if you love somebody, you show them in your actions. You know what I'm saying? And that's just, I don't have to take it too far into that. But, you know, like, I shouldn't have to ask, do you love me? I should feel it through your actions. You know what I'm saying? And you look like you was about to say something. Go ahead.
Can a stranger show you true love?
No.
Can a stranger show you love?
They can show you love.
Yeah. Okay.
But
what's the difference between a stranger showing you love and a stranger showing you true love?
Well,
true love is crazy subjective though, right? I mean,
no, we finna find out.
I feel like I don't know what the difference between okay, I'm gonna say there's a thing of loving somebody and being in love with somebody.
Okay.
I feel like being in love with somebody is more intimate, more personable, more private. You know what I'm saying? I feel like loving somebody is, you could do that openly. I could love y'all. You know what I'm saying? With no stipulations, no strings attached, you know, just true brotherly and sisterly love. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Being in love with somebody, I think that takes time, that takes effort, that takes, you know what I'm saying, the willingness and the mind, heart, body, soul, and all of that, excuse me. But do I feel like strangers could show love? You can show somebody love, but I don't think that they can like be in love and all of that. I think in love takes time. I think anybody can show love.
So the reason I asked you the difference between a stranger just showing love and a stranger showing true love, mm-hmm. Would you consider, how would you feel if somebody saved your life? You doze off.
Yeah.
Cars up in a ditch.
Yeah.
And, some catches on fire, whatever, but you need help.
Mm-hmm.
Passers-by drive, maybe they don't see you, maybe they see you and say, oh, somebody else gonna call the cops.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody pulls over and comes to save you out of that situation. Is that an act of love, or is that just common sense?
Those are back. I don't. That parallel is weird.
That's an act of love.
I'll explain myself after she speaks.
Yeah, that's an act of love. I think us as human beings, I think we have that commonly. If we use it the correct way. I think we all have if somebody came in here, if somebody was beating on the door right now, boom, 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 I think, and they said, I'm shot. I think we all probably would try to get up and help them. You know what I'm saying? I don't think we would close the door, shut them out. I just think that's because of the natural love that we have for mankind. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna pause for a second because I don't know what else is with him behind that door. And
Sure.
Everybody on this side of that door,
sure.
to whatever's on that side of it.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. But if we see that it's nothing,
we see that it's nothing,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah, for sure.
I guess that could be love in the broad sense. Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I mean, I would call it. I would slap it under human decency. Because I don't know this cat. I don't love the way I look at it. I don't love you. I'm not thinking about no love right now.
Mm-hmm.
I am generally in actual love. You're probably not thinking about love. You're just doing what's on your heart, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But my human decency, I don't want to watch this man die or have him die outside of my door or this woman. So I'm probably gonna open the door.
Mm-hmm.
I probably ain't calling that person. Maybe I'll check on him if I can after a week or so. But outside of that, I got to get back to my life. I'm not thinking about this cat.
Mm-hmm.
The people I love, I can show love.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we'll all show love. I gave a dude $200 in a Walmart once. He was buying groceries, ain't have enough money, and I don't know, for some reason I had it, and I was just in his mode of blowing money, and I wanted him to look bad in front of his old lady and kids. So I shook his hand. There's some money in there.
So to be quite honest with you,
is that because I love him, or am I showing love, which may be a difference? Internally, like, I love you, man.
It may not be that, and I think you don't get that kind of love unless you have proximity. Unless you actually know the people you love and own.
Mm-hmm.
You can actually say, yeah, this Bree, I love you, some Bree, or that's chill. I love that.
Mm-hmm.
Versus
Y'all
you
do
being
love me,
in the true. Versus you being in a grocery store, looking at a situation that has nothing to do with you, but still having a heart to act.
Mm-hmm.
And that heart being in the condition to actually receive a signal to act. So while it may not be a direct thought of, hey, I love you, brother, I'm going to do this for you.
Mm-hmm.
What you did was you saw a human in a human situation.
Yeah.
You saw a man in a very manly situation or a human situation.
Mm-hmm.
And you drew from within yourself to get that dude $200 in front of his family or wherever he was, however you tried to do it. You didn't have to do that. You could have walked out of there and said, that's that man's business. He probably jagged his money off before he got to the store.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't my business. Ain't my deal. I got family to take care of. But you took the time out of your life, out of your pocket, out of your energy, out of your character to impart some of that to somebody else. How much better did his day go from that?
Hopefully,
he probably would have killed himself and the whole family.
Hopefully it went well.
But you might have prevented something.
I just know I love the black man.
So you did
I
love.
I love my brothers, and I want to see them well.
For sure. So it's love.
I'll see you in Walmart, buddy.
Now that to me would be an act of true love. You ain't got to sacrifice. You ain't got to break bread with me at all.
It's
I don't know you.
It's
So
definitely
out. That's respect.
It's definitely
bro.
altruistic. It's definitely altruistic. That one was altruistic. I ain't gonna say I always do that. Well, maybe I do, but that one was just. Now, would I do that today? I don't know if I'm so quick to do that today. I got a lot more moving parts now.
Well, you did it at one point.
You know what I'm saying? Back then, I was just getting money from the Navy and I didn't care. One thing about military cats and athletes, we don't respect money like that.
Well, you respected him enough to give him yours.
Yeah. So that was yeah.
So the love was there.
I definitely would help other ways if I can, for sure. But yeah. So the love was there.
Still love.
Yeah. I have a genuine.
Toward a stranger.
I have a genuine love for the black man and the black family and the black woman. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I love people, period. But Elijah Muhammad said, "Accept your own and be yourself." So
So when I think of love on a lot of different levels. You got interpersonal love, you got love, you got humanity love, community love. So it's really about figuring out where you are at any given particular point in time, so that you can give the love you need to give. You know, you may have to give of yourself to somebody who's in need. That can't give it back to you in that moment, simply because it's in your hand to give that love at that point in time. So you give it. You know, versus your man, you know, who you going home to, or your woman who you going home to, and you bringing them flowers, or you cooking dinner for them, or you running a hot bath, or you helping them when they sick, or you running errands for them, or whatever it is that you do to show love. You know what I'm saying? So I just think it's a matter of recognizing where you are and which love you need to apply. I
think my romantic love switch is jacked up.
I say that
because, like, I'm a lover boy. It don't take much to get me to love you. I understand that that's who I am.
So you're a sucker for love?
Sure, that's fine. I understand that this is who I am. I'm okay with it. Because of that, I can't stay with somebody just because I love them. Not just because of that. It can't, for me, it can't be the foundation of why I'm staying there. It has to be something else brought to the table. What you really, if you're gonna be with me, what you want from me is a sense of duty. That'll keep me longer than because I love you. You know what I mean? I love you mixed with that sense of duty and purpose for you. Now that's some other stuff. But like it's I don't know. I guess that's weird, huh? Like,
no, it's not. Most men get their respect and love from service of some sort. So you on one hand just being a lover boy altogether, and then you saying I don't need to focus on that part. What I need is duty. You know what I'm saying? I need to know that I fulfill a need or fulfill a duty. You know what I'm saying? That's what it sounds like to me. Tell me if I'm wrong.
Maybe you might be right. I think I'm saying because I know I love easily. I can't. That doesn't. It helps in a way because it helps in a way because it won't let me be blind by love. So I won't be blinded by it.
Right.
Ooh, that's
but it's some.
You have to ignore a lot of shit that normally would annoy you.
You got to turn a blind eye damn near on a lot of stuff to stay with somebody, because at some point you got to accept that that's just them. Even though you don't rock with that necessarily, they got so much other good stuff that you're going to turn a blind eye to this. And I ain't saying nothing extreme, but just mannerisms or stuff that you've left people for that you were dating. You know what, you blinked the wrong way, I'm out of here.
What's extreme?
Cheating.
Is cheating extreme? Cheating is extreme because it's lying, I guess. But yeah. So cheating, violence,
vehement unaccountability,
stealing the money, ruining the bread. You know, those are extreme. Like total disrespect, consistent disrespect. You know, those would be extremes. I don't think nobody should just sit around and take disrespect on. But you smack or you did lie this time, or you get pissy off stuff that I don't think you should get pissy about. But you're good over here and you're good over there and you're good here. You get to a point where you have to decide to count your wins more than you count your losses.
I think that naivete, the reason it's needed is because that's what your patience is. You know what I'm saying? Things that you know annoy you, it's like, but love them though. Look at her. Look at him. You know, like, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So you'll blow some stuff to the side in order to look at the bigger picture. So I think sometimes naivete is needed.
That was wild. Girl, what you want to eat? Shit. You hungry? I already know what to do here. Let's go. You know. But yeah, man, that gets deep for me. I wanted to ask Chill McLovin. Sure. This question came to my head when y'all was talking earlier. Maybe y'all can answer it too. Like, do you know what you want from your partner?
Nope. I'm still learning.
Good answer. Like, I don't fucking know as well. Like, I know I'm chasing my mama. I can be honest. I'm chasing my mama, but she wasn't there. So what the fuck am I chasing?
So if more dudes were that honest, right there, if more guys were really that honest when it came to dating, and not say,
or people,
just go start your mama first.
Don't finesse the answer.
At your mama first.
I wasn't around my mama much from the time I was 10 years old because my dad took custody of me. And from then on, I didn't have a lot of women around me nurturing me. The first woman I had do some nurturing since I was 10, except for my granny when I went back and forth to Memphis every now and then. First consistent nurturing was when I started having serious relationships.
Mm.
And I didn't realize I was looking for my mama until I was 35.
A lot of dudes don't realize that.
Like, I mean, and a lot of us are looking for our mama if she was around to some degree. Right? You want your woman to do some of the stuff your mama did. I know a guy that sent his wife to his mom for like a week. Like, hey,
learn that.
Learn that.
Wow, that's crazy.
You know, and she went, and 15 years later, 3 kids and a couple houses, they're doing well.
That's like somebody from the South.
That's a good relationship.
That's like somebody from the South.
His mama from the South, he's from Jersey.
Exactly.
Yep. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, so my mama won that, so I don't even know what I'm looking for in my mama that I'm chasing. I just know a woman should have did something for me as I was coming up as an adolescent. You know what I'm saying?
That's big.
Is it because I'm fat that you wanted to ask me that or something?
Yes. Okay. That's definitely it.
Chunky Mac is
I
back.
wanted to ask the guy who's a little fatter than me.
Chunky Mac is back.
What about you? Do you know what you know what you wanted?
I absolutely know what I want.
Yeah.
Stability, consistency, compassion, understanding. And for you to pay attention to me. You know what I'm saying? If I'm telling you that I don't like this particular thing and you keep doing it and it's like, you know what I'm saying? You know I don't like that. So why you keep doing that? You know what I'm saying? But, you say you love me. How can that be love if you study constantly doing what I'm asking you not to do? You know what I'm saying? And I guess it's I done made it to 35, and so I've become, like you say, I've grown a sense of respect a little bit more to say, you know what, or maturity. I see all of these flaws, but I see all of this good shit here. Like the 80-20 rule. You know what I'm saying? That counts. It might be the 20 might be fucked up, annoying, nagging, like totally blatantly, like just like you just don't get it. But then like there's this 80 that's like, damn, blissful, like damn, okay, we rocking. You know what I'm saying? But if you're not careful though, the 20 can overpower it sometime and fuck it up. You know what I'm saying?
The bad naturally outweighs the good.
Always.
It does. The bad naturally,
for sure.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Why else? Like somebody could treat you really well for 10 years, and then they cheat on you for a month.
Okay.
Yeah.
And when you telling your story,
somebody treats you really well for 10 years.
Their reaction to it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So somebody treats you really well for 10 years, but then they punch you in the mouth. Now you're watchful.
Yeah, for sure.
Because you can't take the bad back.
Mm-hmm.
We can forget the good though, can't we?
Mm-hmm.
But you can't take the bad back.
Mm-hmm.
You can be forgiven and restored even. But if you do it again, I still got to weigh that against the last time you did it.
Yeah.
So one of the things that got me thinking about is, we all, even if you don't know, let's say you do know what you want, what you need out of love. Do you know why?
Say that again.
When you finally figure out what you need, do you know why you need it? Why is it that you're gonna connect your existence with another person who has their own existence of their own and expect certain things from them? Why? Like for example, you mentioned your mom needing basically needing your mom. We talked about that a couple weeks ago. How men basically try to replace their mom and women try to replace their dad. You know what I'm saying? And it's unfair to whoever you getting with.
For real.
Because you can't compare to their mother. You can't compare to their father.
No.
That's the one person or two people in the world who are biologically assigned to this person. If a lion comes up, it's my job to jump in front of that lion and kill it. Because this is my seed and this is my legacy. So the type of love you're going to get from your parents, we're always chasing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And we'll settle on something that will give us something similar. But do we really know why? Sometimes we'll end up putting so much into that replacement that we don't see ourselves and what we need to work on. We just looking at somebody to give us what we're missing. So we go out ordering. I want this, and this from a mate. And then somebody shows up and gives you this, and this. And 3 months down the line, you're wondering, well, you're giving me that, but I'm not really Something's different. It's weird. Oh, I don't like this. Now I don't like. Now you picking.
Now you picking. Yeah.
Is it replacement or is it continuation? In some instances, it probably is replacement. Because dad probably wasn't shit or mom probably wasn't shit.
Right.
But often it's like if you had your mom and your dad, is it replacement or is it continuation? Because what I know, I was married twice. I was had an intimate relationship with close relationship with her father. What I knew how to treat, as far as how I was going to treat a woman, was a mix of the player shit I saw my father do, and the provisions I saw my father and her father provide for his woman. So for me, I know I wasn't trying to replace that guy. I'm going to have sex with your daughter. Your job is not my job.
Exactly.
The extension of my job is not your job.
Exactly.
And you're never going to take better care of your daughter than I did. And I'm going to, because this is my wife.
Facts.
And I have an extra incentive to care for her. So you shouldn't try to compete with me because it's just two different lanes. So to me, I don't know. To me, I guess maybe in some instances it is a replacement, but I always looked at it as a continuation
or an extension.
Extension or continuation of because your man shall leave his mother and father and cleave to his wife. They don't say it the other way in the Bible, but it is that way.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
The reason I say replacement, I got married at 22, and I know why my wife married me, because I wasn't her daddy. So I brought a completely different dynamic than what she was raised with. And that caused tension between me and her dad sometimes. We eventually got to an eye-to-eye respectful level. But it wasn't lost that during the relationship, some of the things that she would exhibit in her behavior was directly connected to what she experienced from her dad. And in her granddad. Seeing her grandma go through things, seeing her mom go through things. You know what I'm saying? So it was important for me to know where these behaviors are coming from. You ain't just spazzing out for nothing. It's because of something. And when I can look back and see you got a family history, your dad was this, your mom was this, this is their dynamic. Then you go to the grandparents, this was their dynamic. I can understand you a little better now.
But did they cause a friction between you guys after a while? Yeah, because at some point you can't go back and say you're a grown ass person. You can't, oh well, I did this because my mama did it, my father did it. Like you grown now. You have to take responsibility and accountability for what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know.
That's if you have the balls to even question your parents. Some people don't have the balls to question where they come from. So it's easy for me to just say, you need to fix it. It's you. I made it this long being who I am, and ain't nothing wrong with me. So it's really you. Nobody in my life says it's about me. You the only person got something to say about it. The truth is, it is your ass.
Yeah. I was 33 before I questioned my father. It was I never questioned my mother because she wasn't around. She was a non-factor to me on that level. But no, actually, I mean I did, but I was 38 when that happened. Because I had like a nervous breakdown and she was involved. But my father, I kind of lost respect for him when I was 33 because the cape fell off. Damn. Like to me, he was Superman. Up until I was 33, he was Superman. He's still one of the coldest dudes in U.S. history to me right now. But we had this span where the cape fell off. This is around the time I noticed that how insufficient I felt as a father because there was a lot of shit I didn't know how to do. Like not handy, right? I can't fix my car if my wife's car went down. I don't know how to deal with plumbing, electricity, woodwork. I stuck on the side of the road. I had to wait for AAA. Right now, my wife at the time wouldn't go through none of that because we had the greatest any kind of coverage you could possibly have because she and the kids shall not feel pain. So that's how I ran that. So they were fine. They always had the best of everything. I always made sure the tires were good. I overdid it, changed them early. Too early because we was in San Diego most of the time, and you don't got to change them on Chicago time, like the ice is coming. but so I didn't know none of that. I'm looking at him like, bro, you ain't teach me none of this, and you knew this stuff. And I'm looking at his life too, and I'm like, at the time, I'm looking at his life. Like, I pretty much did everything he did. I went to the Navy. I struggled in school, got through it. I did everything a little better. Got married while I was in the Navy. Stationed in San Diego. So I'm looking at him like, is this going to be me? I don't want to be that. Now I'm upset. I'm livid. I don't like, who are you, dude? You think you talking to, dude? You know, and this is my man's right before that. This is my man's now, but about a year. Like, we almost came to blows a few times. Mind you, I'm still a little truck.
You wouldn't have made it.
I'm still a little truck.
You wouldn't have made it.
Well, you couldn't tell me that at the time.
Yeah, I know. It was silly.
Nah, my fear for my father comes out of reverence, not because I'm worried about getting beat up for real.
No.
If he land one, it is a wrap, though.
Of course.
If he land one, it is a wrap. His hands is this big. Like, you know, and his top half still move really quick. But I still ain't beat him in slapboxing yet. He's 60 now. It still ain't happening.
So quick.
But yeah, man, you know, I had that moment with my father, and he was like, yeah, I got all the questions for you. I'm going to read you right now. You finna be examined, homie. And then, but you know, eventually came out of that because it's my father. That's what I got.
Did you feel that was fair?
To him? Hell yeah, it should have been examined.
Okay.
Yep, because when nobody else is going to do it because he's popular.
Okay.
So somebody had to deal with that.
Okay.
Who best than the person it affected the most?
Okay.
You know, I didn't have to disrespect him the way I did, but he needed that examination.
Okay.
Because nobody was going to give it to him. He
How
does
did he
no
respond?
wrong.
How did he respond to that?
Not much accountability at all. I'll tell you that.
Okay.
So I ended up just having to forgive him just because he's my father, not because we came to
an understanding.
An understanding. We still haven't came to an understanding. He's still bullheaded and stubborn. You wonder where I get it from? Well, I get it from not having guidance. Like, how the fuck am I let somebody tell me something now? Like, I really like, I have such a mild mannered personality when I'm under authority that I fly under the radar. And so nobody ever checks on me because I'm not causing trouble. Most of the people I saw get attention was the troublemakers. They needed to be straightened out. Who went on, some of which went on to be some of the greatest people you'll know because they got that straightening. Me, I needed a kick in the butt because I wasn't very proactive until I had children. Now I'm learning the discipline of being proactive.
Yeah.
Before then, I was just coasting.
Yeah.
Just so happened me coasting was good enough to
get by
or thrive, even thrive a little bit compared to some others. You know what I mean?
That's huge. That's huge.
Sure.
Look at this.
We only played one Bree NICKELLE song.
Can I get a shot or something?
You need to come back.
I know, right? What we got?
You need to come back on the show and pull this out of us.
Yeah.
I'm to come up in a minute. She got the 9/11 slot.
Shout out to the chat, man. I love y'all. Appreciate y'all.
Shout out T-Bibbs. T-Bibbs went off today.
Yeah, he going in.
But we're finna play some of this Bree NICKELLE. What you want, girl? We got soul.
We could do soul. Let's drop soul. Yeah, for
sure.
sure.
7, y'all. Shout out to Soul Nicole, by the way.
Soul
Nicole. But if I was a real radio personality, I'd already have it right here. I'm about to have it because the other one didn't come up. But guys, I'm going to be a real radio personality soon.
You are a real radio.
I promise you.
What you mean?
See, I be trying to tell them.
This is a syndicated show, right?
Okay, though.
Okay, well then, hi, Keith.
There we go.
Preach.
Here we go, y'all. Soul from Bree NICKELLE, y'all. Let's get it.
NICKELLE.
Bree NICKELLE. They hear me.
In this room, pressure is building between us two. I'm in here moaning, and so are you. And my body can sing. That's what I'll say to you. Kisses for me, they make me weak at the knees. Start at the top of my head, if you went to the soles of my feet. When you come back to the middle, that's when I really feel the heat. Love it when you are hungry, boy you can eat. Chills all over my body, inside is 100 degrees. My legs are shaking me, trembling, looking for release. Not trying to drown you, baby. Come off air, you can breathe. I'm ready, you start the thermometer. Take my temperature, please. Sweat is dripping, leaking all over the sheets. Don't want this to end. Thinking about a repeat. over. Watch me as I let it be. I lean in closer, kiss you on the spot that you like. Give me like fingers, seems like we're out of light. Kissing slowly, then I give you lips goodbye. Loving is crashing, seems like we're having a fight. Spit as I box and ring, I'm there weather tonight. Your hands around my neck, down there she's gripping you tight. Hope I don't startle you, baby, with all these floods tonight. But my pressure is about to bust your pie. Temperature's rising, in this room. Pressure is building. It's way less blue. I'm in here moaning, and so are you. And my body can sing. That's what I'm saying to you.
Shop Talk 7 in the building. We up top and we get down. That was Bree Nickel. Soul.
Watch it.
You got to get up out of here, man.
Bree Nickel, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for coming.
She's tuning in. You tagged her in the song when she's right here.
Sure did.
Thank you,
at you.
Tapped in, showed up.
Thank you for having me. This was very insightful.
Well,
And
thank
I would
you
love
for
to
bringing
come
up the conversation.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
You need to send us topics.
All right. I'm gonna be y'all in the chat.
Just come through, chop it up with us.
Yeah, for sure.
Anytime.
We don't, because we get a lot of people come through here, but not very few come through with actually with a topic. Like, hey,
Okay.
I got something to say to y'all.
It's on my heart.
Yeah, I gotta get this off.
Sometimes people don't know what they want to do with these interviews. They just think they're supposed to be here.
Yeah.
But they don't bring chicken and fish. You have nothing to talk
You know
about.
who did bring us chicken and fish?
Yeah, Treble. He actually brought fish. It wasn't chicken, it was fish.
Trouble, man.
It was fish.
Oh, that was dope.
It was perch.
It was perch.
Perch too.
Perchy right there. It was delicious, by the way.
Perch. So, Bree Nickel, where can they find you?
BRENICKELLE on all streaming platforms. Stay tuned. I have a lot of stuff coming up. R&B is coming out this summer. Got a video dropping for Play It Safe with Johnny Dimitri. Got a couple shows that we doing, radio, podcasts, all that stuff. So yeah, stay tuned to Bree Nickel. Keep your eyes on me.
Hey.
R&B.
Bree Nickel.
I can't wait because I love when you do those notes that like you was in that. I can't do it.
Ooh.
Yeah, when you hit those in the beginning of the song. Yeah. And like the joint Play It Safe that y'all did in the beginning of that. Oh my God. I rewinded that like 5 times. Yeah, that one.
Oh yeah.
Y'all-
That was just, I had smoked a little something and then I just was like, let me just
I tell you
a
what,
lot of that time that stuff just come off the dome. So
that just did my heart good.
I'm finna rewind this part back 7 times.
Shit.
Y'all don't get this on y'all show, I bet.
You know what I'm saying?
We gotta get up out of here, man.
Shout out to the chat. We appreciate y'all.
yeah.
Johnny Dimitri, thank you for tuning in and stopping by and hanging out. She just dipped off. Chill told me to post this.
Chunky Mac is back.
Media Monix. Oh, I gotta promote this before I get off the damn show. Tuesday.
Open mic.
Open mic at Ambitious Entertainment, Richmond Park, 4024 Assault Trail. I got the recap from last week coming. It'll be coming out tonight, or well, maybe in the morning when I get to the house. We're doing it again Tuesday. $15 to perform. It's the $200 prize at the end for the best performance. We capping it off at 10. I'm taking at 10 performers. I'm taking rappers, singers, poets, and comedians. You know what I'm saying? Come on, more than the money. Just come compete, man. Why not?
Yeah.
So I
You know what I'm
can't do
saying?
my Magic Mike routine?
No,
you can.
No, you can't. Don't listen to him. Because I don't even know what his Magic Mike routine is.
You know.
You should.
If you know Magic Mike, then you know what it is.
I don't know Magic Mike.
Okay. Maybe not this one.
Okay.
Maybe
You
not.
gotta explain to me what Magic Mike is.
You gotta see Magic Mike.
It sounds like porno. Is that porno?
No, it's not. No.
I don't watch porno, so I'm not gonna see it.
And it's specifically, it's really a woman's type of a show. So.
Yeah, no Magic Mike.
No, it's magical.
That's cool. I don't like magic.
Chunky Mac is back.
Magical.
Yeah, I don't like
Actually, that turned into Jill McLovin at that point.
I don't like magic, so you know.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Natural versus spiritual.
So, yeah. So there's that.
All right, man. We'll see y'all next week.
I've had enough of you, Chill.
Do we got anybody scheduled for next week?
I don't know.
Not yet. Wait, okay. I know the deal. Any other announcements?
Ambitious Entertainment Awards, July 29th.
Mm-hmm.
Slew of performers, awards being given away. Everybody who buys a ticket also has a ticket to the after party.
Okay.
And you have a goodie bag. July 23rd, we're hosting.
P. Got the Melly P.
Yeah, the
Freaky
Cancer
Bash.
Freaknik Bash.
Man.
I shall be throwing 100 singles that night on somebody's daughter.
Yes. Shout out to Melly P, man. We're going to be hosting the Melly P Freaknik Bash, the Cancer Bash, man, on the 23rd of July. So make sure y'all stay tuned, man.
Definitely throwing these singles. Love you, Slim, but I'm throwing singles.
Is that a pool party or something?
I'm throwing singles at summer. Who's going to shake that ass hard enough to get these singles? That's what I want to know.
No, that's the Juneteenth is the pool.
Juneteenth, the pool party. My radio Chicago. Every year we had a summer bash. Juneteenth in an undisclosed location, but it's going to come out soon enough. It'll come out when you purchase these tickets.
Yes, sir.
Everybody from my radio Chicago probably have a crack at hosting that day.
Oh yeah.
You got to catch me early because I'm old and I need sleep.
We gonna get there.
Shoptalk 7, man. We up out of here.
Who going out with?
Now.
I don't know, but I had enough of these niggas.
All right.
BHNOUD.
Attention. Sometimes in your life you have to decipher when enough is just enough. Sometimes enough is just enough. At this point right now, I'm giving up. In my feels right now, I don't give up. Depart from me now, I wish you love. Sometimes enough is just enough. At this point right now, I'm giving up. In my feels right now, I don't give up. Apart from me now, I wish you love. Tired of your games, tired of your ways, tired cause every day is the same. Seems like you're running away from the change, expressing myself in this way of pain. Every time I let my guard down, you gon' start acting like a damn clown. The motion sickness from going up and down, scared cause I don't know who I'ma get now. Used to love it when you came around, lately your energy staring me down. Playing the victim, I'm so confused out. Tired of your bitch, you gon' have to move around. Used to love it when you came around, lately your energy staring me down. Playing the victim, I'm so confused out. Tired of your bitch, you gon' have to move around. Sometimes enough is just enough. At this point right now, I'm giving up. My feels right now, I don't give up. Depart from me now, I wish you love. Sometimes enough is just enough. At this point right now, I'm giving up. My feels right now, I don't give up. Depart from me now, I wish you love. Been questioning myself for years, wondering how did I get here? Been in overdrive, had to switch gears. Time I cry, some joyful tears. I'm accountable for staying so long. Use my body good, let you leave me on. Like my control, treat you like a switch boy and turn you off, set you off wrong. Instead of cracking cars, try to crack my heart, leave me with a scar. But I take it as a lesson. I'ma show me count my blessing. I'm the teacher who's in session. Kept my mouth shut when you were testing me. Constantly rejecting me. Now you're expelled, go and be free. Enough. 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 I'm tired. Done with the bullshit. I've had enough. Who are we kidding? I've had enough. This is not living. I've had enough. Done with the bullshit. I've had enough. Who are we kidding? I've had enough. This is not living. Major bet not laying it. In your life, you must have your firm foundation. In your home, you must build you a firm foundation. Relationships cannot flourish without firm foundation. You need a firm foundation. Get back to the rules and standards you were raised on. Like the prayers that you were taught as a little one. Love that first, other second, keep it focused third. Seeking first study his words, he'll do things in her. He does it with his unconditional love. Now the money cannot buy it. We were in debt, but he turned around and he paid it. That's why in him I build my life's foundation. In your home, you must build you a firm foundation. Relationships cannot flourish without foundation. You need a firm foundation. In your life, you must have a firm foundation. In your home, you must build you a firm foundation. Relationships cannot flourish without foundation. You need a firm foundation. In your home, make sure everybody knows that the love goes wherever they go. Build a bond that is so unbreakable. When storms arise, will be unshakable. They fuss and fight every chance that you get. But when it's over, you make sure to make amends. Nothing worse than not speaking to your own kids. I'm sorry. Years go by, you forget why you're beefing. Remember, united we stand, divided we fall. Hatred may rise, but love conquers all. You feel it's worth saving, and like new pavement, that's how you build your family's firm foundation. In your life, you must have your firm foundation. In your home, you must build your firm foundation. Relationships cannot flourish without foundation. You need a
Shit, make it straight quick, motherfucker.
Shawty in my lineup, like what you want tonight, oh yeah. Said what you got in mind, yeah. Then she told me to slide, oh yeah. So I slide.